What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into this here. Here we are on this, the 11th of April, sitting at about $1.98, $1.99 right now. Did not get the move, the continuation we were looking for yesterday, but that's okay, right? It's totally fine that you found resistance here. You found resistance at a prior area of support. It's very normal to do, even when working your way higher. It's fine. We're looking for a higher low, something to build from. It's very possible, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Hold on. It's completely possible that we could still have lower to go. Now, again, still not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but my take on this low is that even if you go below this low, which I'm not saying you do, but even if you do, if it's at $1.61 here, you could go to $1.51, $1.41. Even if you go below this low, I can't promise you, but I would bet a lot of money. I would bet a lot of my own money that XRP, even if it goes below this low, is not done. In fact, that's probably just the most opportune area to buy out of this whole range, but it's still not a guarantee. Okay, let's talk about what I just said there. Opportune moment to buy out of this whole range. That's what that would be, the most opportune, but it hasn't happened yet. What has happened? What has happened from these exact prices that we're at now is that if we looked at this whole range and you took this out, this right here, this little part where you dipped below this white line where you held support throughout this whole range, this provides some intimidation to buy right here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it's a great time to buy. Why do we know it's a great time to buy? Because this is psyching you out. This gives some intimidation. Well, what if you go lower? What if the low's not in? Well, what if? Who cares? Maybe it isn't. Maybe it goes lower, but the upside is dramatically higher. It's not even close. It eclipses any kind of potential downside. XRP is not going to zero, guys. It's not gonna rug pull on you, right? This thing's gonna be worth more than $10 probably in the next 2 months or less. I wouldn't be worried about this move. I'd be worried about the move that we can't even draw because the scale is so damn big, right up here. Okay. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but from a point of observation, if we didn't have this little 3-day period where we were below this white line, when was the most ideal opportunities to buy? Hell, this 3-day period here, you would have felt smart buying at this level. Here, you would have been telling your friends about it, calling your girlfriend, calling mom and dad, saying, what a professional investor you've turned out to be. I've killed it. I'm buying right at this area. It is the best area to buy. And for the last, I don't know how many months that's been true. For over a quarter of a year now, that's been true. And we're at that same price now, and the only reason why people might stipulate or speculate that it's not a good area to buy is because of, well, what if it goes lower? Well, what if it does, right? What if it does? We talked about this yesterday. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if it wasn't for this, and the reason why we're hitting on it again today is that I want to put things in the proper perspective. You got to look back and just admire and appreciate where you are. $1.98 is still a cheap price for XRP relative to the move that's going to come. Now, of course, you had tremendously ideal opportunities to buy back here. We didn't have the Federal Reserve status that we have now, right? And we've got, well, it's not Federal Reserve, sorry, my bad. It'd be Strategic Reserve. There we go, Strategic. The Fed doesn't have this. I don't know. That might be more bullish if they did start backing their dollars in XRPs. Maybe, man. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. But that's beside the point. All I'm trying to say is you've had plenty of times to buy back here, but even still, if you didn't buy back here, but you bought up here, perfect area to buy now. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but with this move up, a lot of cryptos made in November, December, a lot of cryptos have come back down. They're at slightly higher lows. They might even be at lower lows than where they were at in November. So XRP, relative to that, is actually holding up very, very well. It's holding up well at an area of its all-time high zones, right? 2 cycles ago in 2017, you had your all-time high here, set you off on this multi-cycle consolidation phase. Last cycle, you stopped right here. This cycle, we've erupted up here, and the only thing different about this time versus the last 2 times that we've been up here is that we did not go down immediately. We're doing things differently now. Different behavior, in my opinion, begets different results. Same behavior begets same results, and we haven't seen it. It's different now. You don't break out of this multi-cycle consolidation phase for 1 3-month move. It was a multi-cycle, multi-year, almost a decade-long consolidation phase. You're going to see it come to an end after 3 months? I don't think so. You got more to go. At least you have more to go, right? It's not stopping here. From a high, and again, we're talking about this because if you're worried about this, that's just, it's not worth worrying about, in my opinion. It could go to $1.40. I'm not saying it does. It could go to $1.20. I'm not saying it does. I don't think it does. I would be actually very surprised if it even got below $1.55. But it could see a lower low relative to its most recent low at $1.61. It could. And that's not what you should worry about. It's this move. 837 is the minimum target. 1357 is the moderate target, and likely even a little bit above that is acceptable as well. It's very common with the 1414 to go just a hair above it. Maybe we see a $16 price. Okay, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if I really had to guess as to where XRP is going to go, I would expect we see something between 1071 and 1331, because I don't see us going to 22 bucks, and this lines up pretty damn well with the 1414 area here itself. So, but we're in uncharted territories. All I can say is the only kind of comparable reading that we have in this entire thing's history as far as the RSI goes is what we did back here. We got overbought as hell. We consolidated, and then once we got overbought again, we saw a move that was 746% in 1 month time. It didn't stop here. You didn't look at how much less you consolidated back here. That was a way shorter amount of time than what you consolidated here. And this 3 month move, that was not the end of it. You still had more to go. A 700% move in a month, it might not be as big as whatever this was, but that's huge. I'm not talking about 700%, but man, I am talking, maybe not in a month, but I am talking about a move that's about half that, or a little bit over half that, right? Something, I mean, hell, even 700%, I suppose, is possible. To be completely fair, it really could happen. But dramatically longer consolidation phase. We've consolidated here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. On the 7th month, we broke out. Here, you've been 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the 5th month. It's not as long of consolidation period, but it's a longer consolidation phase overall. I have a feeling, guys, XRP is going to blow people away. There's a lot of people, and I'm surprised at how many people in the XRP army actually think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. That I'm even talking about prices above $10 before we're at like Q4 or Q3 of this year. I really very much do believe that by the end of Q2, you guys, by the end of Q2, XRP will demolish $10. It'll be worth $11 and something cents. It'll be worth $13 and something cents. It could go as high as 16 bucks. And if you don't think it's possible, it's done it before. Well, this was a lower market cap. Yeah, it was, but it didn't have all this loaded up aggression. XRP, you guys, it's going to do very well. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it's at a spectacular price to buy. Again, an area that before the past week, you would have been a genius in bragging to all your buddies about buying at this exact area anytime throughout this consolidation phase, okay? It's a no-brainer here. And even if it goes lower, you can always buy more, or at the very least hold. It's okay to buy here and the price goes lower. It's not okay to buy here, the price goes lower, and you sell, okay? It's not ideal when you buy the high and it goes lower and you could have just waited and bought more. It's not ideal, sure. It feels like a punch in the gut, but you get over it. You'll get over it in no time, right? Here, there, whatever. It doesn't matter whenever we're talking about these higher prices that are going to come. So I've got nothing else to say for you guys. I guess this is more of a pep rally, pep talk for XRP, but I think it's going to do phenomenal things. I really do think that we're going to see some spectacular growth. And if we're just looking at this right now, the area that I'd like to see you hold if you want to avoid going below this low is $1.70. Wicking off of it, personally, I don't even want to see you get below it, but wicking off of it is preferred, or not even interacting with it. If you can get above $2.56, that's when I think we validate this as a low. So $2.56 is the area to watch. $1.70 as well, an area to watch. Until then, we're just figuring ourselves out. The daily RSI seems to be in an area where it could start reversing things. We could start to change this downtrend in the daily RSI and begin forming an uptrend. We did not go as far into the oversold zone as I thought we would. Does this mean we're overdue for something like that? Or does this mean we're too damn unbeatable? Because that's a nice reaction. If it can continue, if we can continue this and see some pronounced readings over the coming days, you know, by the end of this week or by the end of next week, I think we're dealing with a low here, and that would be really phenomenal. 4-hour time frame, looking at this RSI, that's a good looking RSI, you guys. That's a really good looking RSI. You're finding support at prior areas of resistance, prior areas of support. You have a higher low look on your 4-hour bouncing off the 50. This is a good look, you guys. I don't even know why we're talking about the downside. It's probably going to go up from here. Like the 1-hour and the 4-hour both give me bullish vibes. It's just the daily that's not convinced yet. So move up in a short amount of time here over the coming days, and you will likely shift things on this overall consolidation phase and point you directly to these targets we've long been awaiting for. I've got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.